So Predator Badlands is another Predator movie, and this is the first one where the Predator gets to be, or a Predator gets to be, the main character of the movie, which is something that everyone, pretty much everyone but me, feels like has wanted this to be for a while, and we get to finally find out more about Predator culture, see some Predator homeworld, find out what their whole thing is, see them speak to each other in subtitled Predator language, call each other Yautja, talk about honor culture like we're doing Star Wars, Boba Fett, Mandalorian shit. And I know that there's just tons of people who've apparently always wanted this out of the franchise. It's really been the #1 complete opposite thing that I've never wanted. If you've seen my other Predator reviews, I've always been the guy that's wanted to know the least about the Predator in the Predator movies. Not to say that I am a no lore, never just do a movie guy. I think it's fun when we find out more dumb backstory about characters like Jason Voorhees or the Leprechaun. I love that Puppet Master eventually turns into the puppets are the good guys and they fought Hitler. I like untangling the convoluted lore of like Freddy Krueger or something. But the thing about Predator is some things are built to do exactly what they are, and I love in, for example, the first Predator movie, that Predator kind of makes no sense on purpose. Because part of the whole gimmick of that movie is that it's just soldiers versus a space monster, and the space monster intentionally, deliberately makes less sense the more we find out about him, because that fucks with the soldiers in that movie more. The gimmick of the two original Predator movies is that the Predator just keeps getting weirder the more we see him, and the more stuff he keeps pulling out of his ass to throw at you as a hunter. You know, he starts out invisible, and that's already weird, but then the more you see of it, it's like, okay, so wait, it's a lizard, but it wears armor, but not that much armor, and it keeps pulling out crazy weapons, but like half of them are lasers, but it also throws spears and knives at you, so then why does it have those if it already has a laser, and it's a lizard, but it's got dreadlocks, and then the crazy mask comes off, and it's got a fish face, bug mandible mouth thing going on, to the point where even Dutch goes, "The fuck even are you?" Basically in Arnold voice. I'm gonna spare you my Arnold voice, but you get the idea. It just keeps getting weirder and crazier, and that's what's cool about it. But if you have to make it the main character and let people follow it around and watch it hunt and find out about it, this is probably the best version of that you can do. We see exactly enough of Predator Homeworld to get the idea that they're doing the quasi-performatively primitive culture that also figured out faster than light travel but absolutely nothing else thing. Fine, if I can accept it for guys in Star Trek, I'll accept it here. We're also doing the thing where the guy we're following is a smaller, runtier predator that the other bigger predators pick on, so he's got something to prove, which is like the third time they've done this as the only way to give us a predator to root for. And credit where due, the director, Trachtenberg, really feels like he's going for it, challenging the people who already got mad at him for Prey, daring to have a female main character. Even though he delivered like the best Predator anyone has made since probably the first Predator, people still managed to get pissed at him. So at this one, it really feels like in the midst of finally giving people the Predator main character movie, also decided to throw in almost everything that would piss that sort of pedantic fanboy off. So he's like, okay, we're doing Predator as a good guy, but we're going to give him a quippy girl sidekick. He's going to pick up a cute pet at some point. All of the stuff that would normally just trigger the hell out of the worst fanboy set, but also it's gonna work. And it does. This is actually a good movie. I feel like I should throw that in somewhere near the front. This is exactly the premise I did not want out of a Predator movie, but this is a good Predator movie. It's exactly as bloody as you can probably get away with in a PG-13 because there are no human beings in this movie. They're all Weyland-Yutani androids because they can also use all of the Blade Runner and Alien stuff now, and they're going to. There's no humans, so nobody has to bleed red, which is like using a video game cheat code in a film. So if you're pissed about this being not R-rated, this is the bloodiest PG-13 you're probably going to see in recent memory, and it totally works. This is a really good Predator movie, and a good, solid, alien monster fighting other alien monsters movies, period. The basic premise is that this young predator has come to a planet that's all monsters all the time. The little animals want to kill you, the big animals want to kill you, the trees want to kill you. I'm pretty sure like the water wants to kill him. It's nuts. Classic, pulpy, sci-fi, land on the planet, everything just wants to eat you or beat the shit out of you stuff. He wants to prove himself to his tribe and his dad and all this shit by bringing back the trophy of the biggest, most impossible to kill monster. But he basically doesn't have a plan to do it. He just kind of thinks, well, I'll pull it off because I'm a predator. Turns out it's going to be harder than he thought, but Weyland-Yutani, that's the evil science company from the Alien movies. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing, but they're here, so they're doing the exact same thing that Weyland-Yutani is doing in every one of these movies. They really only have one plan. They're bad at it, but they're sticking to it. I guess they're sort of future Tesla. We do one thing, we do it badly, but we're sticking to one thing. Turns out that they've managed to lose all but one robot, and she's walking around on just her torso and arms. She's played by Elle Fanning. And she decides she's going to help the predator because she knows where the big monster he's looking for is, so he kind of carries her around like a backpack so that she can talk to him, so that there can be dialogue in the movie. They make friends, they chase the monster around. That's pretty much it. That's kind of the movie. We've got the smart, basically a GPS girl who knows everything, the alien monster who's really butch and macho and doesn't want to talk, but they talk and they become friends. You've seen this dynamic a bunch of times. It's very anime. I couldn't point to a specific one, but you'll know the dynamic when you see it. It works. I know it feels like I'm holding back spoilers, but other than giving away major plot beats for the actual story of this, there's not any kind of major twists to give away. It's just a solid meat and potatoes, fight the monsters, hunt the monsters, win the movie kind of thing. The action gags are great. They're well built. They set things up, they pay them off. There's clever subversions of usually these characters use technology, so now they will make and use organic stuff gimmicks. On a meta level, doing not Alien versus Predator, but Predator versus everything from Alien but the Alien is a very fun spin to put on a franchise that you know is just sort of lightly jogging in place until they decide to do Alien versus Predator again. Sidebar, by now we've had enough actually good Predator movies and more than enough actually kind of bad Alien movies. We really have to reconsider this whole thing where everyone pretends like that first Alien vs. Predator movie was supposedly really bad because it wasn't R-rated. But if you go back and watch that, that was a good movie. That was an actually good movie. That's at least as good as most of the B-plus solid Predator movies, and a lot better than most of the actual bad Alien movies. Like, Alien vs. Predator is better than Alien Resurrection. It's better than both of the fucking Prometheus movies. We gotta start giving that movie a break. Okay? Much apologies to Sir Ridley, but both of the Prometheus movies suck. And this is better than that, too. I'm really high on what Dan Trachtenberg is doing. He is a very solid filmmaker. He has just massive chops. You could take all of the branded stuff out of this, Alien and Predator, and people would be calling this just like a gigantic, awesome, alien, barbarian, monster fighting movie. So yeah, this is good stuff. Really want to see where they go next. I recommend this. Give this an 8 out of 10.